Welcome back to Total Freedom Radio with Rina Lynn, the show that's all about raising the bar of knowledge, healing hurting people, and spiritual warfare. We are now on KRRB Radio, revelationradio.net. And there's two East Texas stations syndicated in 169 countries. We have several video platforms like YouTube, Rumble, Brighteon, Substack, a few others. And we have been invited to two TV stations or two TV channels, Roku and Amazon Fire. So hang with us, and if you've got a great story to tell yourself, contact me at askrinalynn@yahoo.com. And incidentally, we're back with Fritz that we talked with last week, and if you have questions for Fritz, send me the email at askrinalynn@yahoo.com, and I'll be happy to forward it to him, and we'll get your questions answered. Don't forget to go to rinalynn.com and sign up for my newsletter. Click into any book title. It'll take you straight to Amazon. Start this great, great story. You're going to love it. And let's get back with Fritz. And we were talking last week about his hypersonic zero emission transportation device that he has a claim that he believes was taken by him, and we'll let him, taken from him, and we will let him talk about that and tell us about it. So, Fritz, welcome once again back to the Total Freedom Radio Show, and we're going to talk a little bit more about your invention, and it's very interesting technology that I think would very much help all mankind. So it's kind of interesting to me that it has not gone forth. So, if you would tell us what happened when you made this. I know you said that your life was destroyed and you fear for your life, and that you've made the claim that Elon Musk and Richard Branson allegedly stole your design, creating something similar called the Hyperloop. So can you explain that, please? And also, I know you have a patent on your technology because I've looked at it, but is there a patent for the Hyperloop? And is there any evidence that he was aware of your technology before he came up with the Hyperloop? I know that's a complicated series of questions, but they're all kind of interlocked.
First of all, thanks for having me again. Love it. Then, yes, there is no patent for the Hyperloop whatsoever. And that is by design. Elon Musk himself admitted that, and it's quite common knowledge, that he wanted to destroy high-speed rail. But what he did not tell you is he wanted to destroy my kind of high-speed rail. And there's a reason for that. Because my version of high-speed rail is inexpensive. It is faster than an airplane. It creates absolute zero emissions. And it's safer than anything else. Let me explain that. You basically, everyone knows magnetic levitation trains or maglev trains. They work, but the problem is that in a maglev train, the track is the engine, which is very expensive. And you have to switch it on, you have to switch it off. So basically, the whole track is one big electromagnet. This technology was invented by Professor Dr. Eric Lathwaite in the 60s. He called it the river of energy. And it works, but it don't work because the further away you go from electrical generation, the higher the costs are. You have to switch off. Yeah, basically the train is an aluminum framework. There's no engine. The track is switched on and pushes the train forward. Then the track section is switched off. The next section is switched on, and so on. But this also creates a high magnetic field, which increases the cancer rate, because we know that because on the boundaries of the Shanghai maglev train, the cancer rate has increased by 20%. So my train, as I mentioned before, uses a technology called self-levitation by forward motion. It is basically the same as an aeroplane flying. So it flies around a track, pushes the air through forward motion, through a system of channels, compresses it at points, and in the compressed airstream, you ignite the fuel, which gives the combustion, ignition, expansion, and that creates a propulsion. Now there is it's an advancement over a normal scramjet engine, which uses the normal combustion rate of air. When you go over the speed of sound, you basically the Mach rate is identical to the compression rate of air. So Mach 2, you have a compression rate of 2 to 1. Mach 3, 3 to 1. Mach 4, 4 to 1. That is basically the rate you compress the air by forward motion. I multiply that with an additional chamber, which compresses the air by volume 9 to 1. So I have at Mach 1, I have 9 to 1. Mach 2, I have 18 to 1. Mach 3, 27 to 1, and so on. That higher the higher the speed, the higher the compression air, the higher the possible fuel that you can burn, and the higher your speed. So that is a circle, and I can do this because in a normal combustion engine, you have intake, compression, ignition, expansion. I have these 4 strokes of a normal Otto engine. I can permanently ignite them. And the compression is done by forward motion. So by forward motion, I compress the air and ignite the fuel. That means there is no limitations to this technology. And when I put this out, I saw that NASA and SpaceX were on my website. So I tried to contact the people. I contacted Rick Avalos from Tesla and tried to get in touch with Elon Musk. And I heard through the grapevine that they were trying to do this. And I said to them, look, this technology, yeah, you're putting basically satellites in the sky with rockets. Yeah. My technology is a vertical takeoff system. I can put satellites in the system, yeah, can vertically accelerate to higher speed than any rocket can do, and I can go straight up in the sky. So it's a vertical takeoff system. And NASA were looking for that also, but they failed. Yeah. So they were looking at my technology, but they can't use it because I patented it. So it's my name on that. So it is there are about 10 different technologies and more in there. Yeah. Which means it's a vertical takeoff system for a space shuttle. That's what it is. So
Fritz, do
it's
you own the other 10 technology patents as well?
um they can't because I have patented the base technology. So nobody else but me can patent the other. I have a few which I can't talk about this, but I got a few technologies in this baby. Yeah.
I understand.
One is it's a vertical takeoff system for launch capabilities for satellites. It's a vertical takeoff system, and it's a space shuttle, and it is capable as base technology for interstellar flight. So it's a multitude of different technologies in that.
So
And
why do you think there's no interest in this technology?
oh, there's interest in technology. They just don't want to give it to me.
I got you.
Yeah, there is they know it exists. Yeah, they know I exist. Yeah, because I'm writing. Yeah, and they keep quiet. They like few days ago, like Pete Hexet was in Texas and did his Mr. Spock sign. Yeah, Freemason sign. We know. Yeah. And he said, "All right, Elon Musk is all good about." Elon Musk has no clue whatsoever. He's an empty shell about hypersonics. This is my technology. I was the first one. I patented this in 2008, and it scares basically the hell out of them because I use military technology and created a civilian technology, yeah, for peaceful use, yeah,
I
which
know last week you shared with us that the costs that you've come up with that it has cost you is 300 to 400 million dollars, but also has it cost you in being recognized as the inventor of the technology and successfully inventing something for all mankind and later contracts as well?
completely ignored. They would not touch it. Yeah. Um, that is like they think they can ignore this technology. That's why I started writing on Substack, so that people get wise about the capabilities. I think that we're basically hold we're held back in technology. Yeah, we can solve all the problems technology wise. Yeah, and we can go in 1 year. We can technology advance about 100 years in the next year when we acknowledge what we can do when we stop fighting each other. Yeah, but they want us to fight each other, so they don't want this technology to come out because the only people who lose are the people who are on top. That is the AI people, which is it's a cult. It's a satanic cult. Yeah, all these people: Bill Gates, Sam Altman, Larry Ellison, Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, Alex Karp. They are even Donald Trump. They're in the Epstein Club. I call them that's the Epstein Club. And these people, they don't want this technology to come out. Yeah, because they're all dirty. That's all I say. Yeah,
Well,
dirty
I think
beyond
there are other
belief.
people who hold that opinion too, and I do have to remind my listening audience that the views and opinions of our viewers are not necessarily the views and opinions of the host of Tone Freedom or KRRB Revelation Radio Network.
Mm-hmm.
But we do have some things we agree with, some things we don't agree with Fritz, but we want to hear his story. We want to get it out. Other people want to hear it. Um, Fritz, at this time, let me take just a couple of minutes to acknowledge my sponsors, and we'll get right back
Mm-hmm.
to it. I have some more questions for you. Um, Help support this show while protecting your family. Go to rena-theinsurancechick.com and fill out a contact sheet. I'll get back to you and get you an insurance quote. I do all kinds of life policies and annuities. I'm a certified college planner and can also hold a certification in debt-free life policies and infinite banking. Contact me today. And folks, we've been hearing a lot. Fritz mentioned Epstein, and we've been hearing a lot about that in the news and some of the stuff going on with child trafficking. But it doesn't always have to be an Epstein. It doesn't always have to be a child trafficking issue. It can be somebody grooming your child from next door or at school, or the main way anymore is online. You would be surprised at the school age children that get nude pictures on their phones or their tablets daily. And my friend Craig Mickle has put together this website, savinggodschildren.com. He's done it completely out of his own pocket unless people donate. So I would definitely ask you to donate, but go there and look at, he has a lot of free materials, all free for parents and even churches. There's a parent's toolbox and a church's toolbox where he gives you tips on how to protect your children, how to tell if they're being groomed, how to talk to your children about this stuff to keep this from happening to them. And again, it's savinggodschildren.com. Go there and drop him a donation because I know that Craig pays out of his own pocket. He's a retired firefighter. He pays and he prints material and sends it to churches to put in their foyer. And so they don't even have to pay for it to get this information in parents' hands. And now let's get back to Fritz. And Fritz, I have a question for you that I think my audience would really like to know at this point. And let me just recap just a little bit. Your claim is that you created a hypersonic zero emission transportation system that sounds incredibly like it would be helpful for mankind, can go entirely around the world in 4 hours, can even translate to space, and that you believe that Elon Musk and other people have taken this design and they have created a hyperloop on your invention. You have the patent and they don't have the patent. So the question begs, have you tried to sue them, and what would you like to see happen at this point?
Uh, the thing is, no, because I don't have money, because they have taken everything. Yeah, they have ruined my life. They yeah was everyone knows Stanley Myers and Nikola Tesla. What happened to them? The same happened to me.
Mm.
Yeah. What is this to say? On the Hyperloop never worked, and Elon Musk pinned it. Why? Because it was never designed to work. Yeah, it was designed to distract people from technology, and I believe there are other technologies out there, not particularly on my own, but other technologies that are ignored by the mainstream deliberately, who are paid by the military industrial obfuscation cabal and the oil industry, and all the people that make money from making our lives worse. These people are infiltrating every part of our society to fuel war, um, to fuel oil, and we can change this. Yeah, we can change the complete economic system from energy generation, uh, put it all back to the consumer. I can generate. I have the plans for a home fuel generator where everyone can create electricity for free and hydrogen for free, can run their cars on hydrogen, and can all do this in a small package for every home. That is possible right now. And we don't need we don't need nuclear power plants, and we certainly don't need artificial intelligence. We don't need that. It's the most stupid and wasteful technology I ever encountered. Yeah, it doesn't make sense, and it certainly won't help humanity. Well,
Fritz, your inventions sound like they would be really great and helpful toward mankind, but I have to ask you, in your opinion, do you think if you had investors that provided financial support that you could see this dream realized?
if I had investors, I'm gonna break the world speed record within 1 year
I love it.
because there is There's nothing faster. The fastest hypersonic missile cannot keep up with this train. Yeah. And we're speaking about that. Let's just hypothetical speak about what the implication of that system would be. Um, it would be that you can go from New York to LA, or to San Francisco. I think that coast to coast, basically within 1 hour. Yeah, you can travel around every state of the USA in one day. Yeah,
That's very
and
attractive.
oh, it is. Yeah, and you would create absolute zero emissions. So
And
it's
what would
not
be the
as
cost of the fuel to do this? Is it ballpark with oil fuel, or is it completely different?
uh, it's a fraction. Yeah, it's 1%. Yeah, it's completely cheap. Yeah, it has no moving parts. Yeah, it's the technology can be so advanced. Yeah, and the the health benefits, the health benefits, because you have clean air, you have no pollution whatsoever, which means you raise the oxygen levels of the air. I think we're around 20% or something like that. Imagine if you raise the oxygen level in our atmosphere about 2 to 3%, which is possible with this technology. That means human race would genetically benefit from this. Yeah, and there's one more aspect to it. The track. This is not just a transportation system. That doesn't do it justice. That's one
We've got
part of
one
it.
minute if you want me to play your video.
It's a
I mean, one
complete
minute until I have to play it. So go ahead, 1 minute.
it's a complete infrastructure system. Everything through the track connected and with the highest speed possible, and no hypersonic missile. This thing outruns every hypersonic missile.
All right, I'm going to clip to the music video that Fritz made. And Fritz, thank you for being on the Total Freedom Show, and we will probably have you back. Oh, and it's not going to want to work for me. Now go figure. We may have to flip back to you, Fritz, and do that another time. I remember we had to restart our computers, and I think it may have messed up then. So let me go back to you, and you can finish what you were saying. And my apologies about that.
No problem at all. Yeah. About this video. This is it's another story because I'm basically I think this I don't like this warmongering. This Putin is bad. Zelensky is good. I don't like war at all. Yeah. And if we can work together as human beings, we can end this wars. We can end all wars, and we can tell our politicians to stuff it,
Fritz, I
basically.
don't mean to interrupt you,